Here we go. Do you remember last season? Culers? That one stretch of games where the midfield looked tired, stretched, and fans were asking, who's going to step up? And then, almost out of nowhere, a young Masia product stepped onto the pitch, Marc Casadó. He didn't score a goal from 30 yards. He didn't dribble through 5 defenders. But those who were watching closely, they saw something different. They saw a midfielder who brought calm when the team was nervous, who broke up attacks with perfectly timed tackles, who kept the ball moving with simple, clever passes. He wasn't flashy, but he was effective. He was disciplined. He was Barca through and through. Now let me ask you, how many 19, 20-year-old players have you seen who can step into the first team and play like they've been there for years? That's rare. And that's why, even though his minutes were limited, fans left those games saying, Casadó, we've got something here. Do you remember it? Because I do. But then came the waiting. This season started and Marc went back to training, back to pushing himself, biding his time while Gavi and Frenkie de Jong dominated the midfield. That's football, right? Young players have to wait their turn. Casadó kept his head down. He stayed ready, because he knew one day the opportunity would come again. And now here we are. Gavi, the warrior, the energy, the bite of the midfield, sidelined again with that troublesome knee. Frenkie de Jong, the calm conductor, the player who turns chaos into rhythm, out with a muscle injury. Just like that, Barcelona's midfield lost 2 of its pillars. 2 huge pieces missing. And Hansi Flick has a problem. How do you keep the team balanced when your heartbeat and your brain are gone? This is a moment where coaches earn their reputation. Flick could panic. He could reshuffle everything. Or he could trust the next man up. And that's exactly why we are here talking about Marc Casadó. Because remember, last season, when he got his minutes, he showed glimpses of leadership. The crunching tackles that drew cheer from fans. The interceptions that stopped dangerous counters. The passes, not Hollywood passes, not highlight reels, but smart, reliable, clean passes that kept possession alive. That's exactly what this Barcelona midfield needs right now. Stability, balance. A player who can glue the pieces together while Pedri, Gundogan, and Firmin push forward. And here's the question I have for you. Is this the moment where Casadó becomes a starter? Is this the moment we look back on and say, yes, that was when Marc Casadó went from being a prospect to being a Barca player? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear what you think. Do you trust him to fill that void? Because here's what excites me. Barcelona has lived this story before. Sergio Busquets. Do you remember how he got his chance? Injuries, rotation, a bit of risk from Pep Guardiola. And once he stepped in, he never left. What if history is about to repeat itself? What if Casadó is standing on that same road, waiting to make the leap from La Masia product to Camp Nou starter? And think about this. When Gavi and Frenkie return, Casadó doesn't just disappear. No, if he performs now, he forces himself into the conversation. Suddenly Flick has options. Suddenly Barca has depth. Suddenly we're not talking about 2 injuries weakening the midfield, but instead 2 injuries giving rise to another star. Football is cruel, but it's also poetic. Out of misfortune, opportunities are born. And Casadó knows this. He's been waiting. He's been patient. And now, with the eyes of culers watching, with a weight of the badge on his chest, this could be his defining moment. So tell me, culers, do you believe in Marc Casadó? Do you believe this is his time? Or do you think Barcelona should look to experience until the injured players return? Let me know in the comments, because I know the fan base is divided on this one. But what we can all agree on is this. Casadó's story is one to watch. He is not just a name on the squad list anymore. He is a player who could become essential, who could grow into the kind of midfielder Barcelona needs for the future. And it all starts here, in this moment of crisis. Because sometimes, football doesn't give you a perfect runway to success. Sometimes, it throws you into the deep end. And maybe, just maybe, Casadó is ready to swim. And culers, if you want to follow this journey with me, if you want to keep up with everything happening around Barcelona, from Gavi's recovery to Frenky's return and Casadó's rise, then hit that subscribe button right now. Join the family, stay updated, and let's watch this story unfold together. Because trust me, this is only the beginning.